What's up, my crew members? My name is Andrew from the Superhero Crew, and I'm here with Coach from the Superhero Crew. Welcome to episode 4, part 2 of Comic Talk. This is the show where I talk about the comics that I decided to get this week. And today, we're talking about Ragman number 2,
Mr. Miracle number 4,
and Master of Kung Fu number 126. So let's talk. Alright guys, this is part 2 of Comic Talk episode 4, so if you haven't seen part 1, go click that link right up there above Coach's head to see part 1. But let's talk about Ragman. So, the two dudes that basically captured Ragman in the last issue are trying to get him to admit that he's like almost crazy. So it's got a kind of like a PTSD element in this, and he doesn't know what's real, what's not, and then eventually he snaps out of it. He kills the smaller evil guy, and then the bigger guy goes crazy, starts attacking him. He kills that guy, and we also find out that he's got to take a break or he'll lose one of his friend's souls that are in the rags, because his friend's souls are in the Ragman suit, that's made up of the rags.
So if he goes on for too long without taking a break, he's going to lose one of his friend's souls.
Yes.
And I guess they don't say it, but they allude to it, like maybe he's going to lose some power.
Yeah.
So he has to have the souls that's what powers the rags.
Yes. So that's Ragman number 2. What do you think of Ragman number 2?
I thought it was good. It started off, it was almost like a Tarantino thing where there was 3 different kind of storylines. One is reality, one is a flashback, and then one is the illusion that the 2 demons are putting on him.
Yep.
And it started getting a little crazy. Then eventually one of the souls brings him out of it, and he's got to go, and then he fights, and it's the big fight scene. So
yeah.
I enjoyed it. I like the artwork. I like the Ragman costume. I remember the old Ragman was basically, he looked kind of like a quilt.
Yeah.
With a hood. And this one's like we said in the last time we talked about it. It's more mystical. Like he's not just the guy dressed up in rags beating up people. He's some kind of mystical thing. So I did enjoy it a lot. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good too. The art, like you said, it was amazing. I'm really liking this art. Like he's swinging around and, killing the demon guys or whatever. We don't even know what the hell they are. Yeah, I definitely think that this is better than the first issue. More fighting going on in this. Last issue was kind of just a setup, but I do think this issue is
more action,
better than the last issue. And now I actually want to see what happens next. In the last issue, I was kind of just like, and maybe I'll pick up the second issue, I'm not too sure, but now I'm kind of like getting into it. Now I actually want to pick up issue number 3.
Right, and now the Run Amok or something, Run Tamal, it's some kind of Egyptian Arabic type name, and that's they basically said before he died, he's like, we know you and you've come to our, like you've been revealed, and now we're going to come after you.
Yeah.
So now we have a clear-cut enemy. They want the rag suit back. All right.
Yeah.
So now let's discuss Mr. Miracle number 4. So this is building on 1, 2, and 3. If you want to check out, we did the synopsis of 1, 2, 3, and it'll be right here. So check that out if you didn't. It just pops out of nowhere. So Mr. Miracle 1, 2, 3. Now we're going to discuss 4. So at this point, Scott Free was with Orion in the last issue, and he was accused, and he says, I might have the anti-life equation in me. And Orion kind of beats the living snot out of him. And we come back where he's in his bed and Barda's kind of nursing him back to health. Then Light Ray comes and says that, you have to go on trial because he's a traitor to New Genesis. Barda beats the hell out of Light Ray, which was awesome. Awesome. Then he says, okay, I'd like to have the trial here. And Barda says, well, if we're going to have the trial, we have to get a vegetable plate. And they get the small vegetable plate, and they have it. So
we
Orion,
have the vegetable tray.
Right. So Orion, Light Ray, and then security guy comes, and they have the trial. And Orion says, since I'm Highfather, I could be the judge, jury, and executioner. And so they go through this whole thing. He keeps asking true or false questions, and finally Orion says, well, you're a traitor to New Genesis, and then Mr. Miracle punches Orion, which never happens, makes him bleed. Orion eats a carrot and says, you have 3 days, show up to New Genesis and for your execution.
Yeah.
And then it goes off, and we find out that Mr. Miracle, his name Scott Free, was given to him by Granny Goodness,
Granny
but
Goodness.
I don't think it was his name. It was like, well, you got away scot-free, because that's what she was teaching him to do. Then Mr. Miracle was an escape artist who was already established, and he just took over his whole thing.
Yeah.
So that's it. And then it ends right there, and we're waiting for the next issue.
Yeah, and he wants to know what his real name is. He's like, the original Highfather never told me what my actual name is. He doesn't even know if he has a name.
And he's not going to find out because the original Highfather is dead.
Yes.
We don't know how. He was alive, then he died, and
Yeah.
So I guess this is where it's not in the universe. They taking a creative license, killing Granny Goodness and killing off Highfather, and what's going to happen with Darkseid? Maybe Darkseid will. I mean, if they killed Highfather, who knows? Who knows? But I really like this one. It's just building on, and you know what? It wasn't like a big action thing. It was more of a drama unfolding, and
that's why I like it.
It was another level of comic.
This is why I'm liking this series a lot, because it's not like an action-filled book. I want action in my book, but I also want there to be a good story with the action.
Yeah.
This is a lot of story with some action thrown in there, but Tom King's writing is just amazing.
And the writing fits the art.
Yeah.
And the art fits the writing. It's very. It creates a symbiotic relationship between the two. It's awesome.
It's great. It's great. That's all I gotta say. It's great.
If you're not reading Mr. Miracle, you should definitely pick it up.
Yes, definitely pick Mr. Miracle up. All right, now we're going to talk about Master of Kung Fu number 126. So this is a one-shot. What they're doing is that they are coming out with different one-shots for certain characters. So Silver Sable, Starhawk, the Power Pack, and Shang-Chi. So let's talk about it. So Shang-Chi's hanging out with his pet monkey, and he goes out to get ice cream, and then these two ninjas attack him and lure him into a trap. He falls into a jail cell, and then we find out that Dr. Mel Praxis
which is the pun of malpractice.
Yeah, malpractice. And they make jokes throughout the book about the name.
Malpractice,
Yeah.
So they're stealing,
and they're stealing animals from zoos to make them martial artists.
Kung Fu
animal master, whatever thingies. And Dr. Mel Praxis wants to put Shang-Chi's brain into an octopus to make the octopus a Kung Fu master. Wow. And obviously Shang-Chi escapes because the monkey helps him out.
The monkey saves him.
Yeah, and then Dr. Mel Praxis is on, because they're in the kind of like a sewer, and he's on a boat leaving, but then Shang-Chi lets the octopus go, and then the octopus basically takes Mel Praxis and
takes him underwater, and we don't see him anymore.
Yeah, and I don't think I want to see him. Then we cut to Shang-Chi. He's got his ice cream. He's hanging out with the monkey, and then we see in the background, we see the octopus is one of his tentacles coming out of the sewer out of a manhole with an ice cream cone. This was horrible. This was really, really bad. If you are a fan of Shang-Chi, don't pick this up. Don't pick this up. I think I could only recommend it to someone who likes a parody comic, but that's about it.
It wasn't even a parody comic because it seemed like it was a serious thing. And listen, wisecrack here and there is okay.
Yeah.
But it was almost like the jokes were forced.
Yeah.
It was like
they were very, they
were the
very
ninjas,
forced.
and they were saying, "Well, let's get back into the hand," because he's in New York, so let's hopefully this will help us get back into the hand. And the one part, the guy goes, "Hey, get in there and do what you have to do. What am I paying you for?" And one guy's like, "I'm a little scared. I don't think we should do it. We're getting paid for this."
See, that would be a funny joke, but then it turns into that. Then there's another joke directly after that doesn't make it funny.
It's like wisecracking ninjas and Shang-Chi and a monkey and kung fu animals and a kung. He's trying to take Shang-Chi's brain and put it into a octopus to make kung fu animals.
It's really dumb. Now, you have had experience with Shang-Chi back in the day. You've read some of the Master of Kung Fu comics.
Yeah. I remember the last one where he like takes off his jacket and walks.
Yeah, 125.
So this was I guess he was supposed to be retired. He's done. I'm not the Master of Kung Fu anymore, and this is my day off. And like, ninjas.
Yeah.
It wasn't like this at all. I mean, it was a while ago, but I don't remember having a pet monkey.
Yeah, either it's a new thing, because they kind of say, like, in it, he goes, he said, "Oh yeah, I found it, because I was like tracking you guys or something like that." I don't even know. This is just a mess.
And I guess the monkey can do kung fu because we would watch him do kung fu.
Yeah.
But I heard that story once before about a rat, and then the rat gets hit by radioactive things, and then he teaches 4 turtles how to be ninjas. So it's kind of been done before. But,
we've already had kung fu, martial art, animals.
I mean, like the radioactive hamsters.
Yeah.
Like that. Teenage. Is it radioactive teenage adolescent hamsters?
Well, anyway, guys, this is horrible. If you're a fan of Shang-Chi, don't pick it up. Do not pick it up. If you're a fan of, I don't even know.
If you're a fan of like action and good comics, don't pick it up.
Yeah, don't pick it up. You have no reason to pick this up unless you like a parody comic.
It's not even if you can. If you like parodies, go get something else.
But go pick up Deadpool.
Yes.
This is not fun. This is not funny.
I think he tried, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, and it's written by CM Punk, like either the former wrestler, and
he was a wrestler. I remember seeing him. He was on Talking Dead on the couch. I guess because Kirkman is also a comic writer, but it just.
This is just bad. This is really bad. So, what would you rate Master of Kung Fu number 126?
I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10.
3 out of 10
because
I agree.
It can't be hard. It's really horrible. The artwork was okay.
Yeah, I think
I was excited, but
the art is the only redeeming factor.
I don't want to give it a 0. I can't give it a 0, but I give it a 3.
The art is the only redeeming factor here.
It's okay. It's kind of like it's a wannabe Kubrick style. It falls short.
And then they do make him look too much like Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
I know Shang-Chi was inspired by Bruce Lee, but like
he was basically Bruce Lee.
He was Bruce Lee in the Marvel universe, but they make him look too much like him, I think.
Yeah. So.
Just the art was the only redeeming factor, I guess.
So what do you give it?
I would give it also a 3 out of 10. So that's Master of Kung Fu number 126.
All right, let's shift gears into Mr. Miracle.
Into a good comic.
Mr. Miracle. I'm gonna give Mr. Miracle. I can't give it a 10 out of 10, so I'm gonna give it a 9.9 out of 10.
9.9.
Because it's right now it's at the top of my list.
Yeah.
I might even buy the trade just to have them all together.
Yeah.
So I really dig this.
Yes.
It's getting good. It's like, and it leaves you in a cliffhanger again. I can't wait. Like, I really got to wait till December. I really got to wait till December to get the next book. So that's why I give it a 9.9.
I give it a 9.5 out of 10. Like I said, it's not a perfect issue.
He won't give you a 10,
but it's really it's an amazing series, and I'm loving the art, loving the writing. Tom King is
he's doing a great job, man.
He is a Mr. Miracle. Like, really, he's just doing this perfectly, and it's really good.
And I think the first time, Barda, I mean, everybody loves Barda, but I like her in this.
She is on the cover.
She's not taking any crap or any guff from anybody, and she's really like how I would see Barda.
Yeah.
And I really like the way they're doing it.
So for Mr. Miracle number 4, 9.5 out of 10, 9.9 out of 10. So Ragman number 2. This was a lot better than the first issue, I think. It's got more action than the first issue. The first issue was just a setup issue. This was a lot better, but
what do you give it?
I would have to give Ragman number 2 an 8 out of 10 because I gave it a 7.5 out of 10 for the issue 1. So Ragman number 2, 8 out of 10. It's a little better than it is better than the first issue.
I like it better. I'm going to give it 8.5. I think it was good, and I am looking forward to the next one.
Okay. So guys, if you like the video, please like. If you have any questions, please comment down below and subscribe for more comic-based videos. And also, check the link in the description because we have an official Superhero Crew Facebook page. So go check that out.
And also
in the description.
on the Facebook page, if there's a book you want us to talk about, put it in there and we'll see if we can, we can review it.
Yes. So guys, that's it. See you in the next one.